Have you ever noticed how strange our culture can be when it comes to cars? Someone pulls up in a 10-year-old vehicle that's clean, reliable, and fully paid off, and people quietly assume they're struggling financially. Meanwhile, someone else arrives in a brand new luxury SUV with a monthly payment larger than some people's rent, and everyone assumes they're doing well. But what if we've been reading the situation completely backwards? Because in many cases, driving the same car for 10 years says something very different about a person. And it has less to do with transportation than most people realize. Imagine a fairly typical professional in the United States. They're 32 years old. After taxes, healthcare deductions, and retirement contributions, they bring home about $4,500 a month. Rent or mortgage costs $1,800. Utilities, groceries, insurance, and phone bills consume another $1,000. A student loan payment takes $300. Credit card balances require another $200. Before they even think about entertainment, travel, or savings, a large portion of their income has already disappeared. Now add a new car. The average new vehicle payment in many Western countries can easily reach $600, $700, or even $800 per month. Suddenly, a significant percentage of monthly income is being directed towards something that's losing value every single day. And yet millions of people willingly accept this arrangement. Not because they carefully calculated the numbers, but because buying a new car often feels normal. Expected even. Every few years, the cycle repeats. The old vehicle still works. The engine is fine. The seats are comfortable. The destination hasn't changed. But the payment starts again. The financial system quietly encourages this behavior. Manufacturers want sales. Dealerships want financing contracts. Advertising wants consumers to associate newer vehicles with success, status, and progress. The message is subtle but constant. If your car is getting older, maybe it's time for an upgrade. But let's look at the math. Imagine someone replaces their vehicle every 4 years. Their payment averages $700 per month. Over 10 years, that's roughly $84,000 spent on payments alone. Not counting insurance differences, taxes, registration fees, or interest costs. Now imagine someone else buys a reliable vehicle and drives it for 10 years. Maybe they spend a little more on maintenance. A few repairs here and there. New tires. A battery replacement. Routine servicing. But once the vehicle is paid off, the monthly payment disappears. For years. The difference between these two lifestyles can easily reach tens of thousands of dollars. Money that could have reduced debt, built investments, created emergency savings, or simply provided more freedom. And freedom is often the part people overlook. Because the real benefit isn't just financial. It's psychological. Humans naturally compare themselves to others. We want signals that tell the world we're progressing. A new car provides that signal instantly. People notice it. Friends comment on it. Social media rewards it. The emotional payoff arrives immediately. The financial cost arrives slowly. Month after month. Year after year. That's why intelligent financial decisions can sometimes feel unsatisfying in the short term. Nobody congratulates you for keeping the same reliable vehicle for another year. There's no excitement. No dramatic reveal. No new car smell. Just quiet practicality. But that's exactly why it's powerful. Financially intelligent people often think differently about ownership. They don't ask, "Can I afford the monthly payment?" They ask, "What is this purchase preventing me from doing?" Every dollar has an alternative use. A $700 payment isn't just a car payment. It's also potential savings, potential investments, potential flexibility, potential time. The financially intelligent person understands that money isn't only about buying things. It's about buying options. and options become more valuable as life becomes more unpredictable. Job markets change. Industries evolve. Unexpected expenses happen. Economic downturns arrive without invitation. The person with fewer financial obligations often has more room to adapt. That's why driving the same car for 10 years isn't necessarily a sign of financial limitation. In many cases, it's evidence of something far more valuable. Patience. Confidence. A willingness to ignore social pressure. An understanding that appearances and wealth are not the same thing. Some of the most financially secure people don't look wealthy at all. They simply avoid paying for unnecessary status upgrades. They focus on utility rather than impression. They care less about what others think and more about what their numbers say. Of course, this doesn't mean everyone should drive the same vehicle forever. Sometimes replacement makes sense. Safety improves. Repairs become excessive. Life circumstances change. The point isn't that new cars are bad. The point is that many people upgrade automatically without questioning the decision. And automatic decisions are often the most expensive ones. So the next time you see someone driving a 10-year-old car that's still running perfectly, consider another possibility. Maybe they're not falling behind. Maybe they're simply refusing to participate in a cycle that quietly keeps millions of people financially stuck. Because sometimes the most powerful financial decision isn't visible at all. It's the decision to keep using something that still works. If you found this perspective useful, consider subscribing for more calm, reality-based conversations about money and everyday financial behavior.